Hey everybody, this is Petey from the Spinner Rack, and today I'm doing a trailer reaction to the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Well, actually, it's not. It's Final Reckoning. They changed it from the Dead Reckoning to the Final Reckoning because it was supposed to be two parts. But maybe it was always. This is just my opinion that it was, that it was going to just be Dead Reckoning 2. But they're doing Final Reckoning, and it would seem like they're playing to this being the last in the series, but at the same time, this one blows up again. Like, what was it? The one, there's a Ghost Protocols. Yeah, I guess it's Ghost Protocols. It blows up like that, which didn't blow up, but it did well enough for them to say, let's do some more. And then you had Rogue Nation and Fallout, and then Dead Reckoning. I can't believe I called those off without falling over myself. But I guess since it's a final, I should go to a big. Nope, you guys want to see the trailer first. You don't want to see my. When I do these solo videos, I start off with a whole bunch of nonsense, but let's watch it.
Our lives are not defined by any one action.
We have the
The
meats.
sum of our
Sorry, let's
choices.
go back.
Our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices. Everything you are, everything you've done, has come to this. When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him. Should he choose to accept? For every life you tried to save, you gambled millions more. And now the fate of every living soul on earth is your responsibility. That's the pattern, isn't it? You refuse to sacrifice the ones you hold close. You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you. I need you to trust me. One last
All right, it looks pretty good. What can I say? Uh, it's a teaser, so some of these bits that we see here aren't necessarily clear, but that could be the key, right? Is that the key? And of course, running in London, only because I've recently been there, I can say that. But that should be recognizable to anybody, right? So then it's going to be some callbacks to the first one. And it looks like some other teams are going to get involved. And Angela Bassett is back, thank goodness. And possible new romance. But he's going to get to the entity because where we last left, knew that they had to try to stop the entity, right? Which is AI. And the fact that it was delayed before the big AI talk happened is really, tough. But here, I want to center in on the new team, right? We have mostly new people now. When they were doing the interview post Dead Reckoning, what was it? It was the actor that worked with this guy over here, this new person here. They were talking a lot, so I was kind of feeling like they're going to be a part of the team, which they were. I feel like they're going to start anew. I don't think it's going to be a reboot. I think they're going to keep going. Oh no, I didn't see that there. They got Homegirl. They got Agent Carter and Ving, who went into seclusion to work and to try to, I guess, figure out what the entity is. He is playing a big part here, and possible funeral for someone. Some sort of social unrest. We know the entity is here, but it has a whole bunch of weapons at its disposal. You're not getting me to talk about the running and then the ultimate goodbyes. But this could mean one or all going. And obviously, I think a lot of people going and saying, this is it for Ving. Ving is going to meet his maker. But I say different. So we're going to place your bets on who goes, and I'll give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint on who I think goes. If you looked at who is this guy here? Is that Tom Cruise? So we're getting this new adversaries. There's the team. For Final Reckoning, so I'm going to put my thing on there saying, if you look at Dead Reckoning, and I'm going to end it here soon. If you look at Dead Reckoning, it really, even though it was kind of Tom Cruise's movie, kind of shifted. It shifted into the origin of Agent Carter. And I mean, I should give you these guys' names. So I'm sorry, I'm giving you this halfway thing, right? But I've done my thing on Dead Reckoning. So hopefully nobody comes in and and steals the plot from this one, right? If Indiana Jones gets stuck fighting a submarine, this is gonna be too bad. But Haley Atwell's character, Grace, I think the movie kind of shifted into the origin story of Grace. So they're kind of putting a person who could be the next person running it. Now, since Tom Cruise, I think in Ghost Protocol, he was going to get an injury and he was going to become the official. But, kind of the person running the team from the desk, like Alec Baldwin, I don't think he's up for that. And with Christopher McQuarrie, they might, and since we lost Elsa Faust, I think they're going to push it. They're going to push it, and we might lose someone very important. And ultimately, I don't feel that we could lose Haley Atwell. Everyone is saying Ving is going to buy it, but I'm saying somebody important has to go. So the final thing, we might have to say goodbye to someone, but it feels like if it's a success, the movie will keep on. But maybe they'll leave a back door for him to come back. And I don't mean Ving. So, but I would say my last bit on this trailer reaction is that I saw the first one, since it's talking about final, I saw the first one with a friend of mine, and I was kind of iffy on it, but they try to take the Mission Impossible to the next level, right? What their idea was that it would actually be impossible. People would die, right? So that was the kind of intent which that Tom Cruise in producing, I think it's one of his early productions, that some of the members that were all these people, some people that were known, I think it was Emilio Estevez, he buys it and a few other people, and some people turn on the team. So it really led to an impossible thing. One of the threads is Tom Cruise completely always comes a bad guy, right? The second one was, it felt to me, the thing is, when I saw the second one, even though I said there's not a big enough team, it's Ving playing Mother Hen, Tom Cruise, and Thandie Newton. But obviously, I was like enamored with Robert Towne, R.I.P. Robert Towne, who wrote dialogue on the first one. Now he was writing the second one. They had John Woo, but I was mainly in there for Robert Towne. I think Mission Impossible 3 is the one everyone likes. That's the one that's the odd-on favorite. Only problem is that people didn't show up, but it had Julia, which was Michelle Monaghan, and Philip Seymour Hopkins, who was possibly the best villain ever, right? But at the same time, this was the least successful of the series, which led it to go into hibernation. And then they were going to do Ghost Protocol, which was, to say I did like 3 better than 2 and 1. But at the same time, I was kind of iffy on him getting married as an agent. Obviously, the woman's going to get captured, which is what happened, right? So then Ghost Protocol, it was kind of trying to bring, like it was going to, supposed to be Tom Cruise, since he had some struggles, his, last one as the lead in it, right? Because they were saying maybe he's getting a little too long in the tooth to kind of do this sort of thing, right? So they brought in Brad Bird, and at the same time, they had Jeremy Renner, who seemed like he was going to be the next guy, right? He was already in, the Hurt Locker, and you had Paula Patton. That's the person they need to get back. But it had a lot of people in there, and there was some things in it that I wasn't with, but it still was good, and not necessarily my favorite. This is the one, Ghost Protocol is when they brought in Christopher McQuarrie, who did some script doctoring, and then through that and him working on Valkyrie with Tom Cruise, and what else did he work on? Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, and that led him to Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise, all of which were successful. Led him to say, obviously knowing Christopher McQuarrie wanted to direct, led him to get Rogue Nation. Then Rogue Nation I liked a lot. I mean, I was a big fan of Christian McQuarrie, and it was good to see. I was just hoping that it would be successful for him, which it was. I think, I don't know, between Rogue Nation and Fallout is very good. I think they should have pushed Tom into being, as they were saying, they were trying to go evil, and he had the hint of going evil, but I think they should have pushed him a little more, but it was still very good. And Dead Reckoning was really good. It was the most straightforward of the movies, even though it had a villain that wasn't actually there. I feel like the plot was very straightforward in what was going on, even though they had some twists and some turns in the thing. I think it was very straightforward in what they were doing. And so I am amped up since I've been, went to see all of the last ones. Well, so I guess I've seen all of them in the movie theater. I think because when I was dating my wife, we saw the second one. So, if it is This Important Characters, last one, I plan to stick with the series as long as I can, but it's hard if we lose. It'll make me say it. If you lasted this long, I want to say it. If we lose Tom Cruise and then we lose Christian McQuarrie, then we have this team in a successful series. Can it go on further? And do you need a male lead to cover this one? Do you need a Stallone of his day, a Tom Cruise of his day, that sort of actor to cover this series? So I put it out. If you lasted this long, what I think is going to happen, but that's a spoiler. I shouldn't have done it, but nobody lasted in these videos this long, but that's my opinion, right? Spinner Rack is out.